Alrighty, what's up, guys? I am prepared for a much better day of Dota 2. It wouldn't be very hard to do better than last time, and I've gotten all the crappy play out of my system ahead of time. I've been trying to calibrate into party ranked, since I don't do that on stream anyway, and it has been going questionably so far. Still have some calibration games left, but not looking so great. No huge deal, though. We'll get there. No worries. While we weren't on stream, got a new follower, Eurotis. I would hope that's how you pronounce it. Whatever, either way. Thank you for joining the family. Figured I'd give you the credit even if you didn't do it during one of my stream times. Let's just make sure everything's fantastic. Yep, my sound is great. Just so everyone knows before I'll actually start queuing, because it's not really relevant. International ranked. Won't make that mistake from last time. They now have the Collector's Cache, which has a lot of cool sets. I love the Enigma one, by the way. They're all sea-themed for the most part. So sea creatures, pirates, stuff like that. You can take the time to look through them if you like. And then they have their... Wait a minute. This is 20. They have their 3 specials. The Tinker, the Bat Rider with this awesome little, manta ray, and the Marana. So I... completely losing my self-control for a moment, bought all 20. That's why my level has jumped to 248 all of a sudden. It is what it is. Each cache is $1.99. If you buy all 20, you get a reward of 20,000 Battle Pass points, which is 20 levels. The first one you buy also gives you 2 levels just on the spot. And after 10, you get this token, which lets you choose one set to get. Now, if you bought 20, this token means nothing, because all you're going to do is get a set, say I already have it because I have all the sets, and then recycle it for 2 levels. But at the very least, it's worth 2 levels. Or if you wanted to give a friend one of the sets, you could let them choose and, be a good person. Yeah, the impulse buy is real. I bought them all at once. I just said, oh, these sets, I love them. I mean, I got the Tinker myself. I got the rare. I just think a lot of these are super cool. I'm not a fan of the Sand King or the Nyx. But, the Monkey King is wicked sweet. I think that's awesome. The Sven is amazing. I mean, look at that Sven. It's just so beautiful. The Clockwork is nice. It makes me actually want to play Clockwork. The Kunkka is amazing. I mean, he's got a crab claw. He's got jingling keys. He's got a crab leg. I mean, he's just awesome. Even the Venomancer is sweet. He gets the extra heads. They all look actually significant. They're all nice. Especially, I love the Enigma, too. It just makes Enigma look so much cooler. And I have the gauntlets that make his black hole different. So, added together, they're really cool. So, I'm happy. Definitely was worth it, because they won't be available anywhere else. They'll never be tradable or marketable, I think. You can only gift them, so good luck with that. So, it looks like somebody has already taken my desired carry position, I think. I'm not sure if they're going to actually do it, though. So I will tentatively hover over and see if they try to say their carry. If they do, that's fine. No big deal. Certainly have some patience for it. I'm going to think of some heroes I would play otherwise. Drow is not so good against Bounty Hunter. Morph would actually be better. Apparently they were all trying to play Ninja's Prophet, and I banned him, so whatever. I don't mind him on my team, I just don't know him on the other team. An Enigma. So whoever was gonna go there, I guess they changed their mind, which is fine with me. I'm thinking of going to range agility hero just because I haven't done it in a while. I usually do melee agility heroes, which play a lot differently. Like Spectre and Anti-Mage are very different than Drow Ranger, Sniper, or Morphling. I don't want to play somebody who's very fragile. It doesn't suit against a Bounty Hunter and an Enigma if you're playing a Drow or Sniper, because they're going to jump right on you. You're dead. You know what I mean? Morphling, on the other hand, has 2 escapes, his ult, he has his waveform, very good. He can be tanky if he has to be. He can stun Enigma out of ult when he doesn't have a BKB. So this is something that I think would fit well with us. Tinker would hurt me. So they have a Drow. I feel pretty comfortable with my Morph pick because I can jump on Drow. I'm not too worried about her. I'm also going to end up with an E-Blade, so she can't do anything without E-Blade. The only problem is her silence. Or silence does spell disaster. But I'm going to have to go a Manta or something, I guess.
10 seconds to pick.
I would not go Bristle, personally.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't want to pick yet because they might pick somebody who has a heavy silence. Then I'd have to change my pick all over again. I'd probably have to do a different kind of carry, like Jug or something. Go back to the melee because it's the only carry that's going to fit that's not heavily countered. I can ult even if he's doing his thing. Ooh, OD mana draining is not so good for me. That's a problem. That's a problem for Jug, too. I'm trying to think who's actually good against OD nowadays. That's a hard one. OD is a tough hero.
10 seconds to pick.
I'm going to pick it because it's only OD that's going to cause me a problem, and I have some faith that I'll be okay. We are going to rat like crazy, which I like. Yeah, Silences is good against him. We don't have any right now, but we'll have to get an Orchid on somebody. Stuns is good. Ogre has a stun, I have a stun. Lena has stuns. We're just going to need an Orchid. Can I explain the whole shotgun thing? Okay. So what shotgun morph is, and it used to be way more popular, it still happens, but so Morphling, for everyone who doesn't know, one of his main abilities is Morph. That's why it's called Morphling. He has his maximum amount of agility and strength. Just, you know, like any other hero, he has what his number is. He can reduce his base strength or agility and add it to the other one at any time. It just costs mana. That's all it is. So, I don't know why I said Bristleback. He's not going to buy one. So what you do is you go all agility, because Morphling's stun does more damage if you have agility, more stun if you have more strength. That's how it works. So you can either, you know, you can build him differently. You could be a tanky big stunner, or you can be a huge damage, you know, low health hero. So you go all agility to make that strong, but then you buy an E-Blade. And E-Blade, I don't know if you know this, because most people think of E-Blade as the, I'm not going to do that. Most people think about E-Blade as, for its, you know, use as ghosting people. But the truth of E-Blade is it actually does damage based on your primary stat, which for Morphling is agility. It does 2 times your primary stat plus 75, multiplied because they take 40% increased damage. So if your agility is 200, it does 400 plus 75, so 475 plus 40%, which I'm not going to do the math right now, but that adds roughly 200 more. So you're going to do like 600 damage all at once. And that's what Morphling does. You know, you have to take waveform as Morph, otherwise you're going to die. Morphling is all about that life. So he basically runs in, he E-Blades you. So you take, you know, 600 damage just right there. Boom. Then he hits you with his Adaptive Strike, which ends up doing 2 times, later level, 2 times his max agility, which is going to be 200. So it's literally like 400 damage. And they're ghosted, so plus 40%. Which is another, you know, couple hundred. Then he hits you with Waveform. Waveform's going to do 325 plus 40%. So he literally just blows you up. He just goes, E-Blade stun, Waveform, and you should be dead. Most heroes who are not heavy strength heroes, like Axe probably will live, but most heroes are just dead. And if they're not dead, they're still ghosted, so they can't right-click back if they're a carry. And as soon as they're not ghosted, Morphling's still a pretty decent right-clicker, especially if he's going agility, so he just hits the crap out of you. You know what I mean? If you wanted to really go crazy, you could buy some, you know, like a Dagon, but nobody really does that. But the point is that Morphling can do it safely. They call it the shotgun because the damage, but also it's because of the one-shot nature. You can't do it more than once in a period of time. So he uses his ult to get out. He leaves a remnant behind, because if he creates an illusion of somebody, he can always go to that illusion, as long as it's still ready. Just like Ember Spirit, just with only one. He'll just leave. No problem. He'll just be like, okay, I'm all good, you know? I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. And he switches places with his illusion, and he's just gone. He goes in, kills the support, and he leaves. Hence the name Shotgun, because he literally blows them up. It might as well be called Nuke. No, the problem is that Morphling, when he morphs all agility, has no health. He has no health at all. Like, you know, it's sad how little health he has. Because he'll have, you know, all of 20 strength. I have 20 strength right now. You can understand what the problem might be there. The thing here that I'm having a problem with, by the way, is my range. I have to take advantage of the fact that I'm ranged, but Axe wants to try to call me near creeps. Like, his dream come true is, you know, this stuff. Yeah, he'll just die. You stun Morphling during that combo, he dies. Because if he's stunned, he can't switch to the illusion. I'm not getting any last hits here because I don't have a support. I don't know why we sent a support like that, so I'm just going to be soaking. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to get any farm up here because I'm solo against Axe. Iron Morphling has 350 range. That's like within spin distance. I guess the stun gun, which I've actually never heard the term before, would be morphing strength, so your stun lasts 5 seconds. Because it does. It lasts like 5 seconds if you're all strength. There's like a limit, like how much it actually needs to be. But basically, you're just gonna take someone down forever, and you'll be impossible to kill. You literally will have like 4,000 health or more. Okay. This will help me get my mana back because I'm about to finish my Aquila. It's not going to do as much for me as I would hope, but it does help. The problem here is that I can't do anything about the Axe. He's losing his regen, but like what happens, you know what I mean? The only good part of the whole thing is that I will hopefully have enough mana. Okay, yeah, I haven't played Morphling recently, so I'm not familiar with the stun gun, but it makes a lot of sense because it incapacitates people. That's the point. Yes! Alright, I gotta morph some strength. So as you can see, it'll tell you what your total is right now. You can only play around with the numbers that are not bonuses. So for example, certain kinds of bonus strength, you can't morph. Jerk. I like literally have to go back to base in a second. If this ogre doesn't go and harass this Axe, I'm gonna be pretty mad. Alright, gonna morph all strength. Alright, so I have to go back to base now. Which is lovely, really. This is what happens with crappy lanes. If he takes this, so help me. That's already gone, so never mind. Alright, back to base with me, because that's what has to be done. And Ogre, like, is just walking around aimlessly. So this is the kind of person who's going to lose you games. Obviously now he's trying to react to the Lycan because Bounty Hunter, but, like, he can't. He's nowhere. He's not even remotely close. Ogre's moving at 285 move speed, which is what I'm moving at, which is crap. What he's trying to accomplish, I have no idea. So I'm going to start morphing now. It does cost mana to morph. It's actually really crappy. It gets better with how many you shift per point. I want to end up with 900 health. There we go. But it ends up... It always costs 30 mana per second you're doing it. But it ends up shifting faster. And it gives you more bonus stats. It has some base bonus stats it gives you whenever you take the ability. So right now I'm getting 4 strength and 4 agility just by having level 2 in it. It's not a lot, but it helps. So I'm a Morphling at 5 minutes with 5 last hits. And this is all my team's fault for picking a jungler and the support going with the offlaner. Axe does have Tranquils. So the lane's already lost. I can't do anything about Axe ever again. Alright, Ogre's dead. I don't want to hit him, because if I hit him, it's going to spin on Ogre. I mean, literally, this is how we lose games. I actually have very little hope now. Morphling always struggles in lane, but it's much worse when you're solo and, you know, they crap on you like this. Axe was like my worst nightmare. And Lycan should just be coming to lane. What he's doing obviously isn't working. Oh, nice. Catapults. Okay, this helps. That range creep actually lost me that last hit. I'm pretty sad about it. Ogre doesn't care about helping me at all. He's like literally throwing this game right now. I could really use Ignites on Axe at all times. Like, that would be pretty cool. Alright, at least I have my replicate. It's not going to help me a lot right now, but it has a chance. They're already getting mad at each other, too. This is a great start to our adventure. Alright, if I hit it once ahead of time, I'll have a better chance of getting the last hit. Awesome. Learn from your mistakes. I missed the first one because I didn't have a preemptive hit. So I made sure I got the second. I'm doing shockingly well considering the lane matchup. I don't want to be anywhere near Axe and the creeps. I just want to get my last hits, and I'm not going to get this. Ugh. I don't know why they're pinging. I can't do anything. Early game morph is kind of useless. Oh well, that's okay. We'll make it happen. Axe's battle hunger ruins me too, because I can't afford to get close to the creep wave. And I'm not really a ranged hero. I mean, 350 is barely more than Monkey King. And he's melee. Technically. Just not going to bother sending the courier then. If Bounty Hunter's just going to sit there, what's the point? Axe has got about a level and 3/4 on me. This is very unfortunate. Basically, what you do now if you're Morphling is either you would move lanes, which is an option I'm considering. Or... this will just die, won't it? Yeah. Or you just live. Just stay alive. Soak experience. At least you'll get levels. A little farm here and there. Alright, I know where they're all at. So now that I know Bounty Hunter's not there, I can grab this and actually start regenning. It's like I'm using a tango always. Thank God for that. I got my boots too. I couldn't get them earlier because the courier. He literally has no idea how to be useful. That's the problem. I'm dead. Bye out. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Bounty Hunter shows up top, you know what I mean? Ogre's probably going to end up dying, because he's going to go outside tower range, which means Bounty Hunter can do whatever he wants. And it's because Bounty Hunter fed off of Lycan. So I won't be going back top. It's a pointless endeavor. I'm going to go bot. I guess it's the only tower we have left. Honestly, Bristleback should be the one who's going with Axe. It depends on your hero. A lot of heroes are capable of winning against Axe. I'm not one of them. And it just sucks because, you know, my team should be doing anything else but what they're doing. Like, Lina didn't gank for me early at all. Lycan did just get a kill. Thank goodness for that. At least Bristle's giving me some space to do what I need to do. Of course he does. No man's gonna screw me here. Where is she? Oh, she got out. Well, bye, Drone Ranger. It's not worth chasing unless he's got a lot of health, which I guess he does. I'll just push then. Axe is coming. I'm going to see if I can take this before Axe gets here. Just get out real quick. The nice thing about Treads on Morphling is it allows you to basically switch your stats, which you would like to do anyway, without actually wasting the mana, because you can just freely do it, you know what I mean? Oh, that's nice. Getting the bounty there was a big help to us. We're starting to catch up a little. At least with my treads and my ring, I can actually stay, you know, around without a gigantic risk of death. I'm gonna go away Lincoln's so I don't get stunned by Enigma or shurikened by bounty as easily or ulted by Axe. There's a lot of little things that would really help with. In this particular game, I'm going to need agility because I'm going to be one of our better carries. That's what it is. If I don't, I'm going to have a bigger problem. Bounty did track me again, though, so I'm a little bit afraid. I'm the same level as Arlena, and I guess I was solo laning, but considering how much time I spent away from lane... honestly, it's one of the best survivability items Morphling has. Other than that, I mean, you could build a BKB game. You know what I mean? It's not... I got nothing. Sorry. Goodbye. It's hard. A BKB could be right in certain circumstances. They have a lot of stuns. Sure. I guess you could go Manta and just Manta and use it to throw off debuffs. That would be okay. If it was all silences, for example, especially AoE silences, you know, I'm not going to get by with a Linken's. It's just not going to work. And the only silence they have is Drowse. And I might even end up with both. You know what I mean? Depending how the game goes. It really depends. But I'm thinking it's going to give me good survivability because it gives me, you know, 15 all stats, gives me a lot of mana regen, health regen, you know, damage even. So it's probably just the right thing to go in this particular game. I feel like it'll handle a lot of my problems. I forgot OG was even in the game because I haven't seen him, but it looks like he's kind of big. And of course, Axe shows up just in time to ruin the kill on OD. I did not know Black Hole was ready. I thought he already used it. I would love to get over to them quicker, but it's very difficult. I'm not that fast. I only have 330 with my boots. You know, Bristol's moving at 415. Best I can do against him. I want to move this somewhere where it'll actually be useful, but it already doesn't matter now. We didn't really go in all the way. I guess I'll just use it to make them think that Ogre is around when he's not, but he is around, so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have that long of duration early level. Morphling's ult early is really kind of meh. It's still good, but it's just not... It doesn't last long enough, you know what I mean? It only lasts for 30 seconds. And it's really exorbitantly expensive for a morph at that point. This tower's actually taking some damage, so I guess I'll go over there and persuade it to take some more. The long cooldown of wave 4 means I can't even farm this wave, like, quickly. I have to just rely on my right clicks. But I'm doing reasonable damage, thanks to the agility morphing. Alright, let's, I want to save from Axe. Where's Axe? Okay, I see Axe. Well, we're going to make it a trade. Got some money out of the deal. Got rid of Bounty Sentry there. He doesn't have another one either. I've morphed a little bit just to try to help myself. I'm dead. Strength, 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 strength. Oh, no thanks. Oh, I might die here. Oh. Nice. I'm so glad that I decided to do that. I didn't know she was even there. That worked out coincidentally. Make my return to base faster. She has a Mask of Madness, which is good if I'm right-clicking her. This is why junglers aren't in the meta anymore. They're just bad. End of story. they lead to this sort of issue. But it's okay. We'll just kind of roll with it for now. And next game, we'll try to do better. I don't remember what order they picked in as far as axe goes, but if I had known, I probably should have realized, and I didn't. Crap. I'm dead. Well, that's nice. At least Lycan did something. He just distracted them, he took a tower. I mean, that's actually what he's supposed to be doing, so I have no issue with him doing that. It's hard. It's hard. It feels bad, but it's okay. Basically, all you have to do is just accept it. Accept that things are going poorly and that you have to do your best to fix them, and if it doesn't happen, that's a problem. Nobody took it, though. There we go. I don't think there's any way we stop them if they actually push in. I think I have to get a little bit more strength, too. Gotta be able to survive it. Maybe one day I will have farm. One day far away from now. My son's even too close range for me to safely, Ooh, Enigma whipped his black hole, and it's not even gonna matter. Where's Bristol going? They're all in our base. Morph strength. I'm dead no matter what. Because Bristle decided not to come back and help the team. He wasted his entire time not being in the middle of them diving. And he's dead. Isn't that nice? There goes Aegis. That's nice. At least we got Aegis. Lena's back, so we have a chance of killing OD, I guess. If Ogre was actually anywhere near this fight. Well, we had a good defense, I suppose, in the end. I mean, I think literally now I have to, like, go for strength more for something. I need so much money, too. Another 500 gold, a little bit over 500 gold, just so I can get my Lincolns, which I still haven't... It's just a Lincolns, it's not a damage item or anything. Yeah. I think I literally have to just be alive and existing just to be a nuisance. And he's dead. That's the farthest I can do my agility, unfortunately. My strength, I mean. I do have 3,000 health, but let's see if it matters. I should be able to stun for a while. 2.25. Goes up to 4.25. That's the maximum stun. Axis stun for a year. 10-second stun that does 4.25 seconds, though, is pretty good for Morphling-like support. Just, you know, I would rather be not doing support-like stuff. I want to catch one of them, like, up on the high ground, but it's hard. Alright, now my stun's for real. You get a second per level after at the beginning. I'll try. I forgot about OD just destroying my illusions. More strength. Oops. I wanna come in and help there, but Lino's are stunned anyway, so it's a bad setup. I want to get this bounty too, but I'll gently right-click him. Alright, in this particular thing, I'm feeling the cooldown reduction might be more important. His abilities don't change, but his Adaptive Strike does. So Adaptive Strike either is more stun or more damage based on if he's towards agility or towards strength. That's basically the idea. It's actually pretty good because it gives you options. Morph can be played as like a fourth slot if he's going all strength. I'm going all strength because I don't have a choice. I don't know. I'm thinking like I have to build to the carry, which is the attack speed. Is the cooldown reduction that important? It's only 12%. Screw that. I'd be able to push too. That too. I'm just going to be unkillable. That's my plan. Bye. No, no bye. They had both. Alright. They have tracks, so I'm never going to survive this. Dang. I don't have buyback, and it wouldn't really matter if I did. I'm not really in a place where it's super important. All I do is stun right now. Fortunately, Bristleback's helping me with my challenge to deal physical damage. So if we do win, there you go. Oh, he has his blade mail. Thank goodness. Alright, Bristle can actually do stuff now, because OD's going to hurt himself bad on Bristle. In my opinion, he needs to split push more, if he can. I'll just turn into the not split pusher. I'll turn into a team fight, you know, stun person. On my way. That's a problem. He's stunned for a year, which is kind of nice, I guess. Gotta get that. Oh, gets Glowing Blade. Nice. I don't care about no black hole. Unfortunately, this is a ranged reaction, which means it doesn't regen, so it'll just be vulnerable. Sad. Who do I want to pretend we have going here? I want to pretend Lycan's going up here to see if I can trick them. He's a tanky illusion. It's nice. Well, I know where they are now. They're not currently smoked. Alright, there we go. That's that 4.25 second stun we were talking about. Enigma. Okay. Sure, whatever makes them happy. Seems silly to me. The E-Blade's probably not even the way to go anymore. I'm not even sure what to buy. I could BKB or something, but it probably wouldn't really be the best. I'm not really sure what to buy. I could do a Dragon Lance just for some basic damage and stuff, I guess. And it'll still give me health. Now we're really going to see some tankiness. Bounty Hunter. Stun for a year. Try and get this Drow illusion to do work. I can't do anything if I'm near them, you know. Help! I'm still dead? Oh my gosh, this OG does so much damage. Oh, that was a bad game. Crystal's the only one who did his job effectively, and Lena kinda did. Lycan fed early. And, yeah, honestly, Ogre just didn't do his job. He ended up buying some wards. Obviously, this came from somebody. I don't know who it was, but... it was just a bad game. It is what it is. And one of the biggest issues was that jungle isn't good anymore, and people are still trying to do it for some strange reason. Oh, he had cheese. That's so sad. Almost. When you see terrible things like this, I'm sure it kills your drive. But that's okay. We're still in a good mental space. Get all the bad plays out now. So, that's alright. I just hope they end quick. And stop playing around like jerks. I hate when people like spend too much time. Like taking a kill or two is fine, but they keep going. It's like, what are you doing? I feel your good vibes. I think next game has to be better. It would be very hard to have it not be better. I'm just gonna quick queue because I don't want to deal with any of that junk. I lost 28-2. What an awful game. That's Thunder. Well, let's look at some of the game stats because I'm curious. My net worth was above Lycan. That is sad. He is the poorest Lycan I've ever seen. I did not farm in lane. He has so much more, and his deaths just cost him. That's so ridiculous. Bad play deferment? Man, I wish. My damage was also close to Lycan's, but he had a lot of building damage, so he did something. The main reason we lost that game, which I already talked about during the game, was because we had a jungler. Nature's Prophet, goodbye.
10 seconds to pick.
We had a jungler, which just isn't very good right now. And our ogre was just awful. He did end up buying support items. I appreciate that, so I'm not gonna like report him or anything, but like he just wasn't doing anything helpful. They were always winning, and it started because I was like one of the poorest people on the team, and I barely came back at all. I still wasn't carry level, you know what I mean? My levels weren't even that great because I was pushed out of lane. Axe had ridiculous items early. He had Tranquils by 4 minutes, Blink Dagger by 11. You know, Drow actually didn't have that much money early, but Enigma got the chance to deal the Midas, being completely unbothered. He wasn't even in lane. Our 4 were worse than their 4, basically. We needed to take advantage of the fact that they're jungle, but we didn't. But, whatever. That's life. Does it show me their MMR, by the way? I don't think that it does. No. Honestly, it was just bad. It was mostly lost at pick. I'm bad versus Axe, and I should have really realized that. I don't remember who picked first, but... Oh, it does. Thank you. Yeah, we should all be... Ogre is TBD, so he's probably awful. I don't mean awful, but not at our MMR, the rest of us. But, man, he screwed us early so bad, and so did Lycan. Lycan fed Bounty Hunter. Ogre tried to go bottom with Bristleback, who's like one of the best offlaners in the game, solo offlaners. It was just all bad. So, she's very bad against Slark, so I'm just not going to do that. No thanks, basically. Who's good against Slark? People who have silences can be good. It kind of depends. We have a Sven. I don't know where Sven's going. Who randoms? In solo ranked, solo queue. That's not cool. You don't do that. Okay. Well, then I guess I am not carrying, which is going to screw us. And jungle's bad, like I keep saying, so I guess roaming might be the only option. So who's going to be good here? I need a... Roaming Ricky's okay. I don't have a big problem with Ricky here. I think he's actually pretty good here. The only problem is Ricky's not very good in my bracket. Roaming isn't great right now in the meta, but it's significantly... I will not play Monkey King. He is just so not good right now. He's really falling off. It's bad.
5 seconds remain.
I don't want to pick Ricky so early. Alright, so we have no support. I guess I have to hard support. I didn't want to, but everybody else... I mean, I don't know. Sven randomed, and then we got a Monkey King. What the heck is Monkey King doing? What would be a good support here? I hate playing support. I like Rubik. I like Rubik. I can feel that. I actually love Rubik. So this will be fine. Okay, I guess I'll buy both wards then. Sure. I'll explain why I love Rubik as soon as I figure out what we're going to buy. So I need both the wards. I need my own set of tangos. As Rubik, I'm going to need a clarity at the very least. I'm supporting Sven, so he should be fine. I'll get a mango. Who am I going to be against? Anybody that Magic Stick really matters against? Not really. There's not going to be too much casting, so that shouldn't matter. I'll get another clarity just because. I'll just buy a second stack of tangos so I can help my team a little bit better. Yeah, that should be good. So I love Rubik because right now he's very good as a support because he has a spell shield. So mid wants tangos. He has his mana shield, which is good versus a lot of the heavy magic damage dealers in the current meta. So it's just a good passive. His lift is amazing for putting people out of position, for setting up things like Moron arrows and stuff like that. It's great. Moving people over terrain, or out of terrain. So it's really strong for that. His lightning bolt is great against right click carries who don't build BKBs. It ruins them. It absolutely ruins them because of the damage reduction. It's just horrendous, basically. So Shadow Fiend, take that. Take that. Their team has crap carry, I believe. I believe. Especially after that last game. We have to do better. Alright, so we're a pretty strong combo because I have lift, which even at early levels lasts for like a second and a half, and I can stun somebody else, so there's two of them. Sven has a 2-second stun that's ranged. I'm ranged. I have decent damage. It's not great, but 49 damage isn't shabby. I don't want to pick until I know what's going to happen, because either of these could help. That's why I love lift. Who's faster, Pudge? I don't have a Fairy Fire, unfortunately. And that's how you get a double kill. Don't forget the moment of confusion when Rubik drops an AoE ult and the enemy team stands in it thinking it's theirs. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That does happen. This is a lazy ward just to help. We're tri-laning top. I don't know why that is. Alright. I'll tango up again. Earthshaker's looking for blood. They're mad that they both died. I would be, personally. Basically, the entire idea here... They're both melee, so my entire goal is just to harass. Gonna harass and harass and harass until I can't anymore. I had the physical challenge because I think my team is going to do a ton of physical. Obviously, I won't. Oh, I wish he hadn't given up that last hit. Pudge and Earthshaker are a strong early kill lane, but after a level or two, they can't do anything. As long as they're not contesting Sven, this is a win. It's okay if I get damaged. It's even okay if I die in the long run. Just not a lot early. Extra stun on Pudge. Alright. Now that I'm regenning, anyway, I'll back up in Clarity. I think Pudge went for our rune, which is really sad. Because I want that. He did. That's okay. No biggie. MK is diving really hard, and I don't know why. Seems a little bit overly aggressive, if you ask me. Flying Courier, there it is. Alright, no more clarity for Pudge. I only cost him 60 mana, 50 mana, 52 mana. But it is pretty significant when you consider how limited his mana pool is. Earthshaker's trying to jungle a little bit. I'm just gonna let him. It's not gonna work. It's very inefficient for him right now. He's stacking. So that's just fine. I guess he's helping the Enigma probably. Which worries me a little because we're not really doing anything about the Enigma. But Monkey King hit him a little bit earlier, so it should be fine. I didn't hit both of them. That's sad. He's down to 1 tango. He's down to 1 tango. Let's make him waste the rest of them. Now that Enchanted Totem won't do anything. We're all popping clarities like crazy. I'm a little bit behind Sven in levels, and that's not a big deal. There's no issue with that. As telekinesis levels up, all that changes is the lift and stun duration and the cast range. But the cast range is the big deal there. You don't actually have to be near the fray, you know. I really want to finish this these mana boots, but it looks like that might not happen. I'll go ward around the map, I guess. I want him to know that he has Tranquils and Smoke so he can show up at any time and be ready to kill Sven. This ward's about to die, so I'm going to probably put it back up there. I took all of his farm, so he's not having a good time. That is how to really affect the games. Little things like that. I just made him share experience, and I took 2 or 3 of those last hits. Completely making him waste his time. That was not worth him leaving lane for now. He got less gold and less experience than he would have if he had done anything else. So this is going to watch for rotations from bottom. And I'm actually going to go in there and see if I can get a Enigma ward. I don't care that Enigma's here. I'm just going to kind of walk away. I'm under the presumption that... Alright, he's down. He just gave up. Okay. Sounds good to me. He should have kept going, because he probably would have killed me in the end. But I got my ward down. And he doesn't think I got it down, because he thought he chased me away. So that's an invisible ward, if you will. He's not going to think that's real. Oh, I want that. I actually don't want that. I need that. because I am in desperate need of health for of farm. I need experience. I need levels pretty badly. Now I bought a lot of the wards. I'm hoping Monkey King will assist me as time goes on. We'll see. Sen seems to be doing okay, so I'm wondering if somewhere else might be a little bit better. Slark is currently trying to jungle. He is 6. I don't know why I TP'd there. That's not really closer, but okay. He knows there's a ward. He just pointed it out to Enigma. That's unfortunate. Waiting for Monkey King so we can make a move here. Slark dewarded himself. That's rare. That's really rare. I wish Shadow Fiend had actually like tried to help us instead of just ditching. I'm dead. Doesn't matter what I do. He didn't have a lot of mana, but he could have right-clicked. And he chose not to, and that's why we didn't get the kill on Magnus. Pudge isn't 6 yet, somehow. Magnus is going for a Midas, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I heard supports are good with Midases nowadays. I'm not sure what the deal is with that currently. I'm thinking maybe a Midas might be the way to go. But we have the late game wrapped up, so I'm not really sure about that. We'll see. I think Mana Boots first, and then if I suddenly run into a bunch of money, then I'll think about it. Alright, there goes the Tranquils. Gotta make sure to cancel him so he can't just regen all the time. I'm dead. I went inside the range. It didn't matter. That was a big mistake. Alright, so gold and XP talents. I think they're generally not worth it. They really end up being less efficient. Sadly. Which I'm sad about. You know, I would like to think that they're good, but they usually just don't do anything. I have ult now, so now I can actually do stuff. Finally. I can hook and stuff. Hook and Pudge ults. Both of those are great. I don't know. I hate XP talents. I think they're pointless in almost every case. Gold is a little bit better. It depends how much gold. How much gold are we talking? I have Rot. That's not what I wanted. What was the last spell Enigma cast, I wonder? Eidolons. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm dead no matter what. Unfortunate. That was a big issue. And of course Slark always gets me. Yep. I know, right? Like, for real. Besides, we had a ward there. Like, what is he even talking about? There was a ward there the whole time. I want this bounty. That's what I'm TPing for. Yeah, most of the time it just doesn't add up. You know what I mean? It doesn't end up being... The goal doesn't end up being enough to warrant. Because, like, a couple kills would counterbalance it. And usually the other talent will get you more. So, like, this time, I'm tempted to do the 60 gold per minute. Just because the 60 damage is not very useful on my hero. But that's the only reason why I'm probably going to take it. Just because the alternative is crap. I'm getting, like, really irritated, by the way, because I just died to everybody. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm in, like, a really bad spot. They have a lot of early game lockdown. And it's killing me. I need no feel, that's what I need. I need to be able to survive magic damage. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm alive. Somehow. But of course Pudge showed up, because they always show up, because they hate me. Oof. I'm glad that my team is doing well. I mean, I guess that's the support life, right? At least my team is doing work. I'm just so broke. And it's not even that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's a much bigger factor that, like, they're gunning for me, you know what I mean? Just like when I'm a carry, they always gun for me. It doesn't matter what player, what hero I play. For some reason, I'm always focused in fights. And it's very irritating. I don't think that's why. But, I would like to believe it, too. I need a spell. I have no spell as Rubik, and that's not okay. Aw, man. I gotta try to look out for, Vision. I can't believe I got Dark Pact. That's so sad. I can throw off stuns, which is nice, but I can't afford the damage. I take half, so I'm taking 150 damage out of my very, very low HP pool. It's a sad day to be Rubik. Rubik also really wants a lot of money to get, like, you know, a Force Staff, a Blink Dagger, an Ags, which this game wouldn't really matter. It's not really worth it in this particular game. I got in on time to take Black Hole. Am I gonna be able to use it? Maybe. Alright, got a little bit of money. Oh, crud. That's a dead Shadow Fiend. Sad. I need to be able to get a black hole off. The problem is it's going to be very difficult considering the situation. They know I have black hole, so they're going to be very, you know, scared to go in. Yeah, I need a 60 gold per minute. Nothing else is good here. I need a 4-staff and a blink dagger so I can actually go use my abilities, you know what I mean? He's going on Pudge, which is fine. It's just not great. Except he didn't even get Pudge, so now it's not fine. I had an Aether Lens too. Eventually, so I get that passive mana regen. I'm like literally gonna waste. I'm not gonna get Black Hole off. My team doesn't want to, I guess. I didn't mean to do caps. That's just what it is. I mean, they just wasted it entirely. Definitely take some more null field because I can't live like this at all. Yeah, I'm just very sad because, you know, I had a shot there, but it's all gone. And I'm glad I have my talent, but it's not enough. I'm probably gonna die trying to ward too. Like, Monkey King's way better at warding than me, but I've been forced to buy most of the wards because he just doesn't. I'm dead. Archshaker is a gem, so I'm just not gonna ward until that's gone. Because what's the point? It'll just get rid of them. When his gem is gone, I'll have the wards stockpiled up, ready to go. They're just sitting on their side of the map. And they can just farm and do whatever they want because my team doesn't seem to care. And granted, our lanes are at least pushed in, which is something great. But we're not getting anything done. It's just a huge waste of time. I would love to, you know, be able to use my abilities. And unfortunately, they're not playing in a style that's helpful to me. Unfortunately, Slark got out. Such is the life, you know? And I got another useless ability that I really can't use. Hence the word useless. Ooh, I'm getting salty. The last game already tilted me. There's about to be a team wipe on us. Alright, they were dumb and didn't go for Sven. I guess that's cool. Enigma's getting a Rod of Atos, I think. I don't know what the ultimate orb's for, though. It's beyond me. And my team had an advantage, and they're just throwing it away. And as much as me dying hasn't helped either, I'm mostly dying because I don't have another option. Because I can't do anything. I would be... The alternative to what I'm trying to do, like warding and being near my team, or defending towers, would be to sit in Fountain and do nothing. Which isn't what I'm gonna do. It's like we have all this power with the Deso and the Orchid and all that other junk. And we just refuse to use it. Of course, I can't get a single last hit. I just want like 2 waves of last hits. That would be nice. But I can't even cross the river. If I'm past this point, I am liable to die. That's what this has been teaching us. Now, Monkey King, on the other hand, could totally be over there, but apparently he won't. Monkey King needs money also, but he's more able to get kills. So he doesn't need it that bad. Alrighty. Need a little bit more damage, I think, here. Yeah, I would say so. It goes up significantly. It goes up by 80 per level, so... Nice. See, Monkey King, I don't feel bad about taking that bounty rune at all, because he gets that whole wave. He's pushing top, but that's okay. Thanks at level 18, nice. Meanwhile, I'm sitting by at this measly level. Now I'm just existing to try to... I'm dead. That's stuck. That's a little... I couldn't go through that. I agree with taking them sometimes, because I do that. I know I do that. But, like, I'm not getting anything. Like, most of the supports I take them from are farming when I do it. You know what I mean? Like, they're actually getting farm. I'm getting literally nothing. So, like, I need it. I'm never going to get the Blink Dagger, so that's okay. At least them getting the tower means I can afford wards. So there's something to that. Something to that. Oof. Things are actually not going that poorly. We have a lot of towers. It's just, for me, they're going poorly. And it's frustrating. But I have to remember, all that matters is that we win. Even if that means me being 0-7 and hard supporting because of a random, so be it. They're probably going to push this tower in soon. Yeah, I try not to take it from supports who are heading there anyway. I take it ahead of time. Like, if I'm here farming in this area, you have to expect if I'm a carry, I'm probably going to take the bounty. But I take it at the mark. So, like, it's okay. You know, you expect... I'm not leaving it there to taunt you and then take it from you. Whew. We need vision over Roche, actually. I want to do it to spot. It's probably not going to get dewarded as easily, but we'll see. I know we just took Roche, but it's still an important, like, zone. Magnus did cast. He cast 2. And of course, Slark always moves on me. This Slark has like such an issue with me, and I don't know why. I know I'm an easy kill, but you'd think that that would mean he doesn't have to initiate on me. I haven't done anything in any of the fights. I'm just going to go calmly take this wave down bottom. And everybody else can handle what's going on, because I'm not coming. Literally, every time. And I can't even stick to my carries, because I die there too. He kills me in 2 hits, and there is no item I can buy that would really help. If I Yules him, he can Dark Pact out of it if he's already Dark Pacting, which he always is. Ghost Scepter doesn't help because he still does all that magic damage while I'm Ghost Sceptered, so I still take, you know, 300 plus the percentage based. So 300 plus 40%. So 420? Something like 420 damage, which is already half my life, and he's already hit me twice by the time I Ghost Scepter. There's like literally nothing I can do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not going out to ward. It's not gonna do it. It does nothing for me except get me killed. And I can't farm, I guess, so somebody who doesn't have great mobility I have to stick with, which is nobody, because we have Blink Daggers and Shadow Blades and a naturally fast-moving hero. So I guess I just have to stand, like, over here. I guess I could buy sentries instead of, you know, like, dust or something, but I just hate... I hate buying sentries. They're just such a waste. Where are we going? I'm waiting for us to make a move, and okay, so everybody just walks away. Alright, that's cool. I don't understand what this team is doing, and I'm just really losing my mind right now. Blocking their camps is always nice. Ugh. I just want to farm, you know? I know I'm a support, but I just want to get a little, just a little. And I can't keep up with my teams that don't have a Blink Dagger. I can't, like, show up to these fights. I'm never on time. I'm not letting Slark do that again. I guess I am, because I don't have any way to stop it. I saved Sven from Slark's initiation. Enigma has a... Oh my god, I cannot believe that! Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Basically, Sven ran away and caused this whole problem. Got hooked the first time. And then it just went downhill from there, you know what I mean? They're all trying to prevent me from stealing their ults, and I cannot believe that they have to... there must be punishment for this, you know what I mean? Like, if they're not punished for buying so much of this crap just to stop me, then I'm gonna be really mad. Come on. That's the last thing I wanted. I don't have, like, anything right now. Except that. That's what I had. That was the whole of it. My life doesn't have enough to it either. Tried to hold him in place, but that didn't help. I'm level 14, and it's just like, what do I do? We should be winning. Like, look at Clinks. He has a Butterfly, he has a Deso, he has an Orchid. Monkey King has a Basher for some reason. So that's one of the reasons we're losing. Awful Monkey King build. It's not good. Sven has a BKB and Echo Saber and Blink Dagger, so he should be good. You know, and Shadow Fiend has his Silver Edge, his Manta, and Dragon Lance. I don't know why the Manta, but you know, no big deal. It's not a bad item, it's just not what I expected. Just taking him. Ugh. I'm probably gonna die here. Okay, I'm alive. Put down my stuff first just because I figured that was important. I guess Monkey King's just not gonna take this, so I'm just gonna hold it and not do anything with it. Like, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Guy hasn't even put down the one ward he does have. And I guess I could do a Glimmer Cape just for the magic resistance, but it's kind of not worth it. I do need the health, though. I'll tell you that much right now. The fact that they're getting away with these Lincolns, I know it's also for Clinks, but Enigma buying a Lincoln's, they shouldn't get away with. It's not a good item on him. It just takes up a ton of money that he doesn't have to spend on it. If he gets, if he's not dying, it's a problem. You know what I mean? I can't even get enough vision to like steal a spell. Because like, look at the range in that. It's so crap. I have to be so close. I can buy back, I guess. I don't know what that's going to do for us, but why not? I would love to go use this black hole so much. I don't know. I tried. Slark got money so fast. And then fed off me. Well, GG, I guess. And this is like literally the worst thing I've seen in a while. Basher doesn't work anymore on Monkey King ult. Why would you buy it? Unless you're building to an Abyssal Blade. And you better not be going first item Abyssal Blade. That's ridiculous. He doesn't even have an Echo Saber. Punches a heart. Like, game's over, you know? Well, that was fun. I got an assist on the Pudge and then died. I refuse to play support next game because my carries just, they didn't do enough. I mean, a couple of them did fine. Like, Clinks did fine. No complaints. But some of them just didn't do anything with what they got. We had a time where we were ahead in towers, we were pushing, and they just kind of went meh. So my MMR has been basically trashed. I doubled down. I forgot, actually. I forgot I doubled down that. We should not have lost, and that's really sad. I mean, the net worth. Monkey King was so poor, and I don't understand why. You know what I mean? He had so much more space than me. He wasn't hunted consistently, like I was. Yet somehow he managed to get no money. Well, I don't think they'd get spell steal. You'd think you'd steal your own spell or something. I'm not sure. It'd be weird. It'd be very strange. I mean, I bought almost all the sport items. He bought some, but he didn't even use them, honestly. I don't even know where 700 comes from. What? Why is it 700? Oh, I guess sentries are expensive. It's all because he bought a couple sentries nearer to the end of the game. Like, whatever. We had a time where we were super ahead. You know, my net worth was never great. But we had quite a few people who were doing well. Clinks was doing well. Shadow Fiend was doing well. Sven was doing well. And then they just completely fell off. Largely because Monkey King is an idiot and bought an awful item. This is the worst thing I've ever seen on a hero. It's like it does nothing, basically, unless you're building towards it. Just, that's really silly. And I wonder what Clinks was doing with a Glove of Haste, by the way. Interesting. Maybe a Maelstrom or something for wave clear, I don't know. But Sven should have had more farm. His lane was fine. I died in lane once or twice. Sven was farming. He should have more. But he didn't. He had a BKB, which was great. But then he didn't get anything else for a long time. Huge issue. Clinks was fine. Shadow Fiend was fine, except he didn't get a Hurricane Pike, which confuses me. Because it's really good. Especially in this game where they're trying to jump on you. He can just push himself out. Would have helped. But basically, we just didn't stand a chance. We had a great team comp. The only problems we have is they have a lot of catch. But we have good team fight because of Monkey King, Sven, Shadow Fiend, even me. And we did nothing with it. I actually did 6,000 damage, which is surprising to me, but whatever. It was a bad game. I didn't play super well, but I didn't have the space to. I never had levels. I refused to do anything but safe lane. Oh, great, I'm with Sven again. I was going to say if he ran him, so help me. I'll be so mad. I can't believe I doubled down. Now my double downs have broke even. I've lost 2, I've won 2. And that's really sad. At least it was only a 24, so I only lost 48, because it could have been worse. I could have lost 52 or something like that. 56. I'm just so tilted right now. I'm not picking first. I'm carrying, end of story. That's why I'm here. Who's good versus him? Shadow Demon. Good. Move. Dang right. Get out of my lane. I'm trying to think of who's a good carry right now. I could just be lazy and go PA, but I hate doing that. Maybe Medusa. I'm not picking safe lane first. Well, second, whatever. I don't know where Magnus is going to lane. That's just not a good pick. That's not even a good lane. That's an awful lane. They're double melee. Magnus does nothing to help Timber. That's the problem with people nowadays. He randoms too. That's just the truth. He's melee. He's not going to do anything positive for me. Yeah, Roy Magnus doesn't sound very good at all. I'm sure you could probably make it work, but meh. Legion. Legion. What can I do to handle her? I need to be a right clicker then. Slark's not terrible. Just because I steal stats. And I'm evasive, so she's not going to get a duel. I believe in the Slark pick. And the trying top would be fine. He's fine to add it as a try. That's fine because he does damage. He can displace people in a pinch. Other than that, though, I don't want him here. He's not going to do anything for me. He's literally just going to make me suffer because of his existence. I'm pretty mad, too, because nobody wanted to pick. I don't get my, my early Poor Man's Shield. Which is just splendid. This is just an awful day of Dota so far, but you gotta keep playing until it's no longer awful. Jungle just isn't a thing anymore. I don't know why people don't seem to get it. You know what I mean? They're all at my MMR, assumably. Or at least close to my MMR. They should understand that jungle is not a thing anymore. It's terrible. It's like literally abysmal. And people do it anyway. All the time. In some of my unranked games today, they did it. I don't understand. But whatever. The one thing we're going to learn from this game is that jungle sucks.
We have one guy whose name is only Play Tide, doesn't play Tide. Our Tide's name is Blind Feeding.
This is a very strange circumstance. I have to agree with him. I just don't... The one thing we've learned from our games is that...
I want to get a shield
Hold on.
and dragon shield.
Is that having a jungling... I had a jungler one game, and the other game it was... Roaming Monkey King, actually, just isn't good anymore. He's been nerfed. It's showing that jungling is awful, because we had a jungler and we lost. And in the second game, that you have to push when you have the advantage. So that's the takeaway so far. We'll see what we take away from this game, whether we win or not. I'm going to have a problem with the fact that there's a PA, though. Yeah.
Resolve your differences. I'll take that.
Yeah, they do. He's wrong. It's diminishing from everything I know. But it's not relevant. Either way, it's bad. That's the point. It's bad. So I'm stuck with a Magnuson lane, who I'm going to end up yelling at. Because he's useless to me. Because I can't once get a support. Not once. If I'm carry, I don't get a support. That's just what it is. Every time. I was Morphling. I didn't get a support. And what's Magnus going to do? Against a Weaver, especially. He's going to cry. I mean, that's the only thing he can do. I'm glad I got a Poor Man's Shield, though, so Weaver can't really harass me. I'm missing all these denies, and it's really irritating. And somehow this is working. Weaver should just not let it happen. I don't know what the thing is going on here, but... I pinned him. I hit him with my 40 pounds damage. Ooh. basically any proc chance, such as crits sometimes or damage blocks. They stack but what ends up happening is it's diminishing because the game checks and says, does Kraken Shell proc? If the answer is yes, no other damage block will proc. That's just how it works. So you'll only get one. If it says no, then it checks to see if you have another source of damage block, and if you do, then it'll see if that procs. But the problem is that if the damage block chance is, you know, let's just say the damage block chance is 20% for both of them, it's a diminishing return because it's not like you add them together. It's not 40% chance. It's 20%, and then of the remaining 80, it's 20% of that, which is less than 20. Now, Tidehunter, I think, he guarantees the block, right? It just happens? Yeah. So at least he guarantees he gets his Kraken, but that means that he only gets his, you know, it doesn't stack on the same hit. He'll only get Kraken if he doesn't get shields, and vice versa. And I think once Kraken's high enough, he'll just get that naturally, and shield doesn't matter, because it's the bigger damage block. I'm not sure how that takes priority, but sometimes things take priority, so it'll just automatically give him the bigger damage block. So shield just isn't a thing, is the point. Alright, so now that Magnus has just decided arbitrarily to leave, I can't be near Weaver anymore. It's mostly because Tide also pulled, which is a good thing, but I kind of didn't see it coming. So I didn't really have a lot of creeps to back me up. Last hitting under tower is so hard sometimes. Ooh. That sums that up. I missed. I don't know what he wants from me. It happens. People miss. I'm thinking for this team I need Shadowblade first, actually. It's not like it does that much damage anyway. It's not going to kill him. If only I hit him once more, he would have died. But at least I have an extra stat, an extra 3 agility for a little while. I just need my level 6 so I can live. Did he shrine? What happened? No thanks. See, now, this Magnus is being too aggressive, and he's died twice now. The time for aggressiveness is obviously over because it's not working. Even if the first time it was because of me, now it's too late. Now the damage has been done. You don't try again. I dodged that, so that's nice. Unfortunately, Ember Spirit's gonna die. Still fine, just have no ability to chase her. She actually might die in a tower, though. That's nice. Well, good for me. I got level 6 just from watching her die and scaring her by doing nothing. Now that I have 6, I can escape Weaver. Weaver can escape me. Neither of us really accomplished much. See, I don't need his help to kill Weaver. I just need my level 6. That's all. And now I'll just regen calmly. It's just little stuff like that, you know? Weaver didn't realize, I guess, that when he uses ult, he still is missing all the stats, and I still have them all. Doesn't revert that change. No, I'll just wait a minute because the wave's not really safe to take right now. Because Weaver will be coming back any minute. Alright, I see Weaver. He's, I guess, committed to being bottom, so I can come back and take this. Get some free money. So now I'm actually farming. I was doing alright before. At the very least, I didn't die. But now I'm actually accomplishing something. That's Shadow Demon. I'm gonna do my best to avoid Shadow Poison. I have ult up, so as long as I don't pounce first, which would make it so I don't have enough mana, I'll be fine. Gotta remember that in my head. Don't pounce.
Can I have bottle shark?
Who's the guy from last name? Ember Spirit? We'll see if he knows what he's doing. Now I have enough mana to use both Pounce and ult, but that does not mean I want to move on Weaver. He's still a little bit scary to me. Depending how he plays it, he could be dangerous. My 10% lifesteal will help a lot, though. Alright, now I gotta regen. I do have a level on Weaver, which helps a lot. I'm trying to wait till I have enough health. Okay. I'm just gonna hit him. Not trying to pounce him. Now I can definitely take Weaver. That little bit of lifesteal goes a long way. I did not expect that catapult to do that. He ulted. I think he's intending to chase me, but... Oh, he does actually revert some of the stacks. Interesting. But I get new... I still have the ones I got. That's very strange. I didn't know that. Learn something new. And I'll have them for quite a while. 120 seconds, so 2 minutes. And I'm about to have a Shadow Blades. That's nice. I'm leveling quite well compared to the rest of the team. There's some damage. Thanks to this, I get the 22 damage, 30 attack speed. Makes farming in the jungle much faster for me. That's funny. He does have a Blink Dagger. Need a boot. So I guess he's getting brown boots. This is hard. This guy just doesn't want to go down. He didn't hit me back, so I didn't get the, my ult buff didn't go away. No, Timbersaw. Why? Alright. Back to killing. That's what we all want to see. These totally guilty creeps being slaughtered. I guess they stun locked? Wow. He's doing work. He's gonna die, though, I think. I certainly hope not. He could actually just kill Legion Commander if he wanted to. Just Blink Ravage. Does he have Gush? Yeah, Blink Ravage Gush and she's dead. He should. Alright, let's get this good stuff. Push the wave a little bit. I have level 2 ult, so I'm pretty happy. Makes me much more mobile in between the lanes. Having a much better time than those last games, because I actually feel like I'm doing real stuff. Boom. Sentry down, I guess. News to me. That's ruined my potential kill of Lena. Very sad. Tried to come help, but what are you gonna do, right? Because of my mana starvation problems, I'm gonna go grab my Sage's Mask. Maybe I'll actually be able to cast spells more than once. That'll make the Oblivion Staff. That'll help casting a lot. Weaver is apparently trying to bother me. Weaver does have a Dragon Lance. I want everybody to know that. His increased range could definitely spell a different end to a potential fight. Oh. No! I was clicking pounce. I was clicking pounce. So, I will do need wards. Because there are 3 in stock, none of which are top. We got a tier 2 tower for it, so I'm actually pleased with that. That's cool. But, like, I shouldn't be allowed to be chased that far. Lena did so much, Shadow Demon did so much to me, and then that PA just had to get the blink in, you know what I mean? I was just about to pounce out of range, too. I guess we all guessed wrong. Hey. It is what it is, right? Unfortunately, our Magnus is 0 and 8. Lena's the only real target here. They have vision? How do they have vision? What? Oh, she has a full Desolator. Does one of them have a gem, or...? I wasn't dusted, so... He's going too deep. He just gave up his 9-kill streak. That wasn't worth it. Oh, I want that. Decreased cooldowns are always fun. I'm just getting really irritated because, like, I can't... I don't even have my Echo Saber yet. Like, I can't really fight that well. And it feels like we don't have space at all. Even though we have a tier 2 tower, you think that necessitates that we have space. We don't. Well, Magnus has died again. He's living the life I lived last time, except he's not buying as many wards. Very painful. Very sad. All right. Next, I'll get turned into a Silver Edge for PA. that would help.
Now you're talking. Nice one.
This will make my farming significantly faster.
Come on now. That's right.
They're all there. I'd love to get the Weaver, but he's always gone. I don't know why Slark wouldn't just walk through that. Should have ulted. I should have ulted. I made the mistake. I tried to Shadow Blade and I was too late. We need wards. How do they not get this? He has ult. Okay, thank goodness. He helped the Ember out. I have no capability of fighting. It's like all these other games before, because at 24 minutes they're knocking on our tier 2s.
Wish you would have saved that.
With force. I did get 2 heroes, so that's not so bad. The rest of us, however, didn't do anything. They did some damage, but it was all spread. They did damage to Legion. I appreciate that, because the only reason I could take Legion is because she was low, but... The 0 and 11 Magnus is killing us. Tidehunter jungling is what killed us early. And I know nobody seems to realize this, but him not being in lanes changed the lane dynamic. Timbersaw went travels early, and I don't like that ever. I think travels early is so crap on almost every hero in the game except Tinker. Like, what are you doing with your early travels? Nothing. You just can be places. Like, you could easily be there with a TP, too. You're not any better at being there, you know what I mean? Like, travels are made for late game or mid game to make sure you're to every fight. But you're already going to basically be at the fights early game, because you can just TP and there's towers everywhere.
That's right. Take that. Right through here.
I would love to get this Legion Commander. Ooh. Lena.
You do know your bottom tower is being attacked.
Why not deny? That was awful. That was just bad. Can't duel me if I'm, He has a Ags. Oh god. Well, out we go. Legion was able to farm an axe. The game's over. I don't know if anybody else has detection. I have ult though, so. Yes. Yes, they have 3 Desos. Well, I at least bought my ultimate orb. There is good news to be had. Bad news is my Silver's Edge is going to take forever to get. I was hoping Weaver was dumb. Thanks, man. That was cool. You got 6 levels on me. Why not just take my farm? We need wards, and not a single person will buy them, I guess. Tide's too good. Too good for them, I guess. And Magnus is going to claim he has no money, but I don't know how it's possible. He's Magnus. He's good at farming. He has Empower.
That's right.
Thanks. It's actually helpful. It's actually cool of him. Help me farm anyway. Alright, I guess after that I gotta get Scotty? I don't know.
Nice one.
They're probably going for Roche now that I think about it.
Now your turn.
No, we still down.
Double damage. Yeah.
Magnus is just standing around asking to die. Thanks, Magnus. I have Silver Edge for PA, not that it matters now. That was a late pipe, but it's okay. Woo. Coming for you, Lena. Oh no, she's invis. Do we have any detection? I guess not. Level 3 ult changes a lot for us. Why wait so long? If he's just gonna take it with his abilities. Uh-oh. Nice. Legion, bye. Can't do anything. It's not gonna help. I cannot believe they're not killing her right now. There we go. Gonna say, like, what's happening?
I'll take that.
Woof. I guess I'll save for buyback. Especially since their team are kind of like
Well, that
one-trick
went well.
ponies. I could have sat there and hit Legion because I still steal stats, from what I've heard, but like... Oh no, it doesn't even pierce spell immunity. Oh, no, that's Pounce, sorry. Yeah, I could have just stole stats, but like... It didn't seem like the best move available to me. Getting out's the safer move. Help with Lena, even though I didn't in the end. They're gonna be coming soon.
That's right.
He knows. Doesn't matter. I have buyback, but... Best thing I can do is come back. Have to. There's a safety ult so I can get caught out. That buyback was probably the smartest thing I could have done with the space I had. And my team was you know, currently disabling them. Everybody was basically up. Did we get any other buybacks besides me? Yeah, Timber bought back. Let's at least take racks for this. This will be meaningful. Get everything available to him.
Don't worry about the Weaver. Don't worry about the fucking Weaver. He's trying to make time. Just get the rack.
Of course he was at the shrine. If my team takes him instead of racks, this will be fine, but they won't. They did finally get the other Shadow Demon, though. That's nice. I'm down for a while, though. This is a problem. Ah, crap, 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 crap. We did get a Rax, but I don't think it's going to be worth it in the long run. It's hard to say. Alright, I tanked up a little bit just because it builds into my Scotty. I might as well. This is kind of irrelevant. I didn't buy the Overvenom for any particular reason. I could just afford it. So I might as well use my gold while I have it. That way, if I ever end up at the secret shop with enough to buy both of these, the 4,300, then I can just do it. Out of the way. It's such a good idea. They didn't make any major moves. I mean, I'm shocked, actually. They are, see?
Right through here.
Smoke. I'm with it.
Tide, go.
I had to back up for a second. Regen fully. I set up Legion to die, but unfortunately that's probably not going to be enough. We did not have a good team fight. And PA bought back, so they're going to try to push and win. That's very sad. Very sad for us. There's backdoor, so it's going to save us like 10 seconds or so. Which is very nice. This is the lane of super creeps, so it actually will, you know, it'll try to hold them back.
Oh my god, that's so... What does that? What is that shit?
Legion buying that Ag's like the worst thing ever for us.
I'll lose 2x, I guess. Make a mistake like that again, though.
I think cooldown reduction, so I can silver edge more often, ult more often. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. No ability to stop that. And we defended after losing 2 sets of racks. It's not good, and we're losing this right now. We're probably going to lose now. We can't... And they took an extra set of racks over us, and we're not even all up. And we can't monopolize off the fact that PA died. Even though it was it's a dieback. We still can't monopolize off of it because I won't be up for 30, and PA will only have like 30 seconds, you know? He needs his level 20. It's a big deal. He gets his, either one. Either one's fine. He gets survivability is the point. I just can't go anywhere. Weaver is too much for me. I need to activate Dark Pact before Weaver sees me. It's very brutal. I try. Should actually be a great time for Magnus to figure out how to play Magnus. No, 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 no. Oof. We're actually killing them all, which is crazy when you think about it. I'm super fast. I actually might be able to catch Legion. I cannot
Are you
believe
serious, dude? Jesus fucking hell.
I just cannot believe I lost that. That's so ridiculous. He had like 6 health. And my stat steal should have overtaken it, so he was getting less and less and less.
But yeah, whatever we did in that fight, dude, got the purple stuff, guys. It's just some bullshit.
We need Ember to come online, number 1. He's not super helpful in team fights. He doesn't do that much damage, you know what I mean? He hasn't got any new items since the last time I checked him, which was like 20 minutes ago. Tide at least has items. He has Guardian Greaves, he has Blink. That's it, but that's okay. Timbersaw has a bunch of items. He has Shivas. Yeah, I already knew. He's fully loaded. So Timbersaw's doing fine as far as items are concerned.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
Magnus has did some good RPs and fucking Tide of Bolt and shit.
If Magnus actually did what Magnus is supposed to do, Blink, RP, then pull them into our base, we would be great.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
It's true. Supports by wards. He has not.
Everybody's
Legion's gonna end up with a gem. That's gonna irritate me.
Yo, are you kidding me, dude?
I'll end up reporting Magnus probably because he has not done any bit his job in this game. He's just intentionally being useless. You know what I mean?
Did he really just lose us the game with that bullshit?
Oh, Legion. Illusions. That's cool. I can't go too far because the Legion nonsense. Legion's gonna try to duel somebody. Okay, Legion duel's out. I'm dead. I'm definitely gonna report him now. That's just what happens. If you're a jerk in matches and you feed, you get reported. You know how it is. I won't let it get to me. I am better than that. Why are we chasing? I really hope not. Oh, jeez. That would be awful. We can't even defend against Megas properly, so I actually don't think it matters. Alright, we've defended the Ancients. That's good. It's just gonna start all over again and we have to keep defending it, but, you know, that's the life. I actually have to use ult to do this.
Right through here.
So broke, unfortunately. I can't really do much. I don't have any items.
That's right. Yeah.
Ooh. And the Shadow Demon ult I couldn't purge. I got Legion though, so that was nice. That felt good. I still got time for another game. If it's a loss, so help me. Where is he? Magnus's only play tied. I hate when I click on it on accident. Okay, only play tied. I would say both. Just useless to the game. Alright, well, as I said, always trekking on. Exactly, it happens. Dota goes in waves. It's just unfortunate because I lost like 100 MMR so far. But it's okay. We lost that match because we had a jungler, which is awful, and Tide did not help in the early game at all, leaving us doomed. And we lost because Magnus is trash. He, like I said, he wasn't made for my lane. He's melee. He tried to right-click the Weaver, which works for level 1. As soon as Weaver got like level 2, it no longer works. And I did mess up a pounce. We could have got one early kill on Weaver. I'll own that. Does not matter, because it wouldn't have happened twice, and Magnus continued to try to do it, even though things were changing. Like, I just can't even with these people anymore. Is this the same guy? I can't tell. Yeah, it's Timber. Nobody else though, right? No, we have one of the same guys again. It's Ember. Ah, crap. I don't want to 5. I really don't want to 5.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
I'm randoming. Oh, look at that. I'm randoming because I refuse to play support again. Just not happening. It's just not good, so I'm not gonna... He's gonna do it anyway. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. I'll wait to see what I have to buy. That's just what people do, I guess. I did random in a ranked match, but it's because I'm forcing myself to carry here. Or if I got a support, I just accept it, and at least I'd have money. I can play almost any hero in Dota, so I'm okay with randoming. Many people random and they can't play it. It's different, but I don't care. Since I've already picked, I can go back and real quick talk about this. Timbersaw had a bunch of money because he played great. Timbersaw in the Slash match was awesome. I was the only other person in the game with money. Ember completely failed us with farming mid. Did awful. The enemy mid, which I believe was Lina, did way better than him. Tide was useless. Magnus was pretty useless early and then completely useless late. He did nothing. He did nothing at all except empower people every once in a while. He got like no damage in. He didn't stun anybody. His ults were awful. He literally was the worst. Ember Spirit is kind of meh. He didn't have any farms, so he just couldn't do anything. I was kind of meh, but at least, you know, I was trying. I was killing people. I had a good amount of kills. You know, I had a lot except compared to Timbersaw. You know, Timbersaw was above everybody else. But other than that, you know, I was close to the most damage with Ember, which is good. I mean, we were losing the whole match. We never had a moment where we were doing well. Like, I had good net worth to start with, but then everybody else just got lots of money. You know what I mean? PA and Lena just started getting money. Legion started getting money. We allowed them to snowball. This is all because of picks and lane choices. It's just awful. You cannot jungle anymore. It's the worst. And you especially can't play Magnus as a safe lane support against a Weaver who needs to be locked down. It's just not good. I'm going to be against a Axe. I'm not going to have a support as per usual. I don't know if buying... Well, I'm going to get right-clicked by Ricky, so that should be fine. I'll buy 2 mangoes, and that way I can have extra regen and stuff like that. It'll be safer. It's battle of the carries right now. They actually have a support, though, so we lose. I mean, techies are only support, and he's techies. And techies is also bad against people. Dazzle, because Dazzle can just make people immune to dying and run over all the mines if they're worried about it. If they're worried about it, like a big amount of them. Now, granted, you'd have to see them, but like if you're going to put a sentry down or something, you're in no danger at all. Anti-Mage is resistant to Techie's ult. Ember is resistant to Techie's ult. It's good against Ricky. It's a very good pick against Ricky, because Ricky's melee, he's not that fast, and he has no health. So 2 mines will just kill him. But this is just one of those things where we're just going to be better players than them. I just hope we are. So I've already lost 100 MMR, and I don't want to lose another 25 or so. Whew. But if I do lose, there's no possible way that Wednesday does not go better. So there's always the upside. I want to not predict because of how little faith I have in this team. But I have to, you know what I mean? That's a good name. Mute all for a better game. It's pretty accurate. This guy's just a crybaby. I did random, but I randomed first. And I just happened to get Juggernaut, who's pretty much only a safe lane carry. And it's like, well, get over yourself. Like, ooh, wah, you can't play the lane you wanted, just like everybody else. Like, I played a support earlier because I literally, that's my 5th. I would rather play first slot, then second slot, then third, then fourth, then 5th. In that order, which seems like you'd just be counting. But, you know, some people have preferences. They don't like to play 4th because it's 2 in between. I literally hate playing 5th position supports. Yet, because every single other lane was taken before, I played a 5th position support. And it went awful. That's what you do. That's what a good Dota player does. But Legion Commander doesn't care because, obviously, I only play carry, and when I say only, I mean even when the choice is you should support, I'm going to carry anyway. Like, whatever. At least I have techies creating some space. I think. Maybe not. Hope that mine doesn't screw me up.
Now, murder each other for my amusement. I'll take that as tribute.
Ricky's gonna crap on techies right now. This is gonna be bad. He can cancel his clarity whenever he sees him. Just bad stuff. You gonna block? No? Ooh, Ricky actually successfully got rid of the mine. That's not good. You're gonna have a big problem against Axe. And it's gonna be awesome. Because I don't have a support, like always. Like, look, Axe can just kind of walk at me. And what am I going to do about it? Nothing. Ricky did take some damage there. I'm happy about that. He's level 2. I can't go near him now. Now I literally can't farm the creep wave. Spectre would have had an awful time here too, by the way. How Clinks died to level 1 Ember, I'll never know. Sorry, to mid-Ember, I'll never know. But this is just Dota. It's the Dota we live in. Good thing I have a poor man's shield, because I can kind of resist what Jug has in store for me. Ricky's out of regen, so that actually is very good for me. Because shortly I will be getting boots, and then if I see Ricky again, I can chase him down and he'll just die. Just gonna pass by. Alright, at least I have regular boots. And this is what happens when you just don't have a support. It's pretty great. Looks like Ricky died, and Ricky killed techies, which is always pretty cool. I just can't, I don't know why at my MMR I can't ever get just a support. Like, I can't just get a line who's in my lane. He has Tranquils, so like I said before, he just wins lane now. I can't do anything about him. Denied. What the hell? What the heck is that plan? Doesn't work. I can't even catch him. Oh, because he has Tranquils. I literally can't catch him. Wonderful, isn't it? If I had saved spin, I probably would have done better there. Techie's randomly trying to blast off on an Axe who has plenty of health. The good thing is I'm getting space to farm while his Tranquils come up. But the bad news is his Tranquils are up. So he's just getting a bunch of health. And it'll be like none of that ever happened. For this particular game, I'm thinking... I don't know. A Sanjinyasha might be nice. It's a good item. Good for chasing. I'm feeling a Sanjinyasha. I could get... Actually, I think I'll just get a Maelstrom real quick. First, before anything else. And like, I'm literally held under tower right now. Oh, crud. He has ult. I can't believe he lived. Like, literally about to lose tower. I had to TP in just to deny tower. So I'm just leaving lane. There's no reason to be here. It's way too dangerous. It was already dangerous before. And now with the fact that there's no tower to go to, it's a joke. So, just consider that a loss. One and 7, we're already doing great. Jungling's still awful, by the way, but it's better than dying in lane. Oh, that's nice. Just what I wanted. To feed my ward to Ricky right when I use it. And missed 3 last hits because of crit chance. Ooh, I'm getting heated. This is rare. I'm usually pretty calm and collected, but I'm getting really mad just at all of these events. Let me guess, Anti-Mage is getting whatever farm he wants, right? I like to note that nobody came to tower when like things were going bad. I'm not gonna go because it doesn't look like there's any reason. I guess I can. As if I can do anything. Bye. Who did Legion duel? I'm not even sure. Was it Dazzle? I guess it must have been Dazzle. Oh well. I don't have a TP. I can't go up there. Alright, TP. That's a dead PA.
A vicious double slay.
3 to 13. 9 to 3.
How's Clink's doing? Not using ring to push. It's always good. Ricky's here. I just have to leave, I guess. Again. I don't like playing against Ricky very much when we don't have a support.
Of course.
We do have a ward up. I don't know who put it there, though.
As you wish.
Good job, techies.
Jackies did do a good job. I didn't say anything at the time, but that was a big deal. What happened to my healing ward, by the way? Did it just get killed? That's sad. It's worth a lot of money, but that is exactly what needed to happen. Good initiation by techies. I came in there.
Dude, well played.
Got a really lucky ult. I got both on Ricky right off the bat. We're back in this game. I'm happy. Did I not get the kill on Ricky, by the way? How? Oh, gosh. I needed that. Yeah, I figured. He's dead, that's fine.
Thank you so much. Oh my fucking god. And somehow I got that kill too. Okay. Oh my man.
Gotta help him out, right? Ricky could be out there anytime, so. Granted, Ricky will attack the ward first, but it still helps. I would have liked that too. Would like to level up before I use my ult, just because of the obvious, you know, level 2 ult versus level 1 ult, but you do what you can. No thanks. Hey, he's severely damaged. It worked in our favor. It kept us around long enough that we could take that, so I would say it's worth.
As you wish.
I said recrow, but that's okay. I think maybe a diffusal blade would be nice. It does some good damage. It's cheap. It'll help me get, you know, get money. It's like a cheap farming item, if you will.
Techies watch mid. Oh, never mind. Stop.
This is giving me my level 2 ult. Not that it matters because I already used it, but...
Go little bit out.
Fusible Blade does,
Okay.
magic, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's... I think it's magical. Mana Burn in that regard is magical. Mana Burn other way isn't. No, it's physical. Well, it's not so strong against Axe, but it is strong against Ember. Did not duel? He must have not dueled. Oof. Just to help myself get some mana back, I'll grab that first. And while they're all distracted top, I mean, I'll just help my creeps take this. December's got nothing on me. Whew. That's a dead Ember. Thank you, Legion, for responding. Ooh, man, that's good stuff. Now I'm farming. This is what I'm talking about. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, dang. At least I bought out there, and I still have my level 2 ult, so that's good. I'm wondering where I should go, and I want to push this in, but it's very difficult at this point. See Ricky walking around like a jerk. Ugh, makes me mad. Ooh, the Ember. Nice. Omni Slash isn't great versus Axe just because he can call and get a lot of armor. Resists most of the damage, but it's still not bad just because you don't have... He doesn't get any procs off of it. Up until the point you have enough attack speed to attack in between the jumps. I know Axe is just like waiting. So I would like bait him out there or something. That didn't happen. Well, that's okay. Back to farming. Next I'll get well, I guess I want attack speed, actually. I'll have armor, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to buy it in particular. He already blinked, so the screw boy's mine. I don't know why the guy tried to just blatantly steal my stuff, but hey. Back to my ancients. Now with my increased attack speed, I take them significantly faster. Alright, next I think I'll get eggs. Just a good item. Especially a good early game item, and our late game is looking pretty good, except for the anti-mage, so. Alright, Diffusal Blade. I do a bunch of damage now. And it gives me that 25 agility, which is nice, but it also gives me the mana burn itself. Which gives me 40 damage per hit. As long as they have enough mana to burn.
Well, that's unfortunate. I tried to kill him before I got it off, but...
Well, without axe, I can push this in.
I gotta find this anti-mage, don't worry.
Anti-mage is gonna be rough for me because he can just blink away from ult. I thought the ward flew, actually. I'm surprised. I actually thought it had flying movement. It does not. Ricky has a diffusal blade as well. This is a problem I will have to contend with. Who's buying the wards, I wonder? I guess Techies is buying some. I'll need dust too, yeah. No working around it. I'm gonna have to dust for the Ricky so I can ult him.
Cool.
Without axe shit again, I can just do this. Unless PA is gonna prevent me. Nice. That so far. Ah, man, I didn't have enough mana. Him manning me out is a big problem. It's irritating too because he waited to my ult until he did his ult, which canceled my second 3 jumps because nobody else was in the vicinity, but he threw his life away for mine, so that's fine. We still have all our tier 2s. They just lost their first tier 2. Although they do have a tier 1 left. We kind of have to take that.
Yeah, we want to take it.
Can't let them have it. It's kind of ridiculous. Not actually sure what the slow is. Like, I don't know how much it slows. I'm wondering if having move speed for my talent would actually make it better. Probably not. I just take a guess. I see Axe. I see Anti-Mage. I'm wondering if pushing this is now a good idea. I no longer see like any of them. That's unfortunate. Hopefully this will help me survive Ricky. About to get that level 3 ult, which will make me very happy. That was Ember they just saw, so that's not a concern to me. There's Axe, though. I can't believe that I got one jump and it didn't go to anybody else. It was within range. We need sentries around is what we need. I went on Dazzle too, that's what irritated me. I went on Dazzle and it went to Ricky, and somehow in that 1 second time, I'm dead. In that 1 second time, Dazzle had moved far enough away from Ricky when I jumped to Ricky, only got one jump, and then Ricky went ulted. Like, how is that possible? Almost every death has been Ricky. I can kill Ricky as long as we have... As long as he can't ult. He needs to be silenced. I'm catching up, actually. I have some money. I just don't have enough, you know? Well, there goes my dust. Did I never get them? I'm coming, but looks like we're not pursuing anyway. The problem is that our offense is kind of lacking because we have a Ricky. And my ult keeps getting canceled because of Ricky. And Ricky's always all over the place, so I can't just go farm solo very easily because he could just show up. I ulted to kill a Ricky because that's vengeance. Vengeance! I will take move speed next. I need to be able to get out of the... Should not have gone so well. That was crazy. I managed to move the thing out of the inventory just in time to get the Aegis. I did. Take a Rax indeed. Oh. Sad. Give me the dang courier. I need it. Oop. No thanks. I'm dead. That's sad. Well, no biggie. What would I buy next? Probably something like a butterfly, because they're not going to build an MKB, I don't think. Well, maybe I could get an MKB. For Ricky.
Congratulations, your middle tower is being attacked.
This guy. I want to catch Ricky with this first, ideally. Shocking how Mr. Juggernaut actually had an effect. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I need to save up. I can't buy anything. I have to have buyback in case it comes up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ember just bought his Lincoln.
Malt did a lot of work in that fight, I'm glad. PA did some work too, because she crit. Quite a few times, actually, which was nice. There. Spend some mana for some quick health. And now I'm back and able to push just a little bit. Now I'll cross over and help my team.
Make sure. Remember, Ember has Lincolns, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah, you guys take that one. I'm gonna go take the other one. Oh no, Jug, go take this. Go take this. I'm gonna take the other one.
Almost didn't get it there. That would have been bad. We got both shrines. That's a good deal, actually. I want to back up because I'm a little afraid right now. I'm not sure what to do. Who is this guy anyway? This PA. I don't know why he started off so angry. It wasn't very long before he was already talking a little bit of his crap. I still have buyback. I have my Talisman of Evasion. I opted for that so that the Anti-Mage, Ember, and Ricky can't ruin me so disastrously. It's gonna help. I'm not sure. They might build an MKB on Anti-Mage. It's just not a common pickup. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be a problem. I'm thinking maybe instead I could go for like a Heaven's Halberd. It wouldn't be bad. I'm just not sure if it's the way to go. Ugh. No, never mind. We have a good defense here anyway.
Why fight more than you need to? Alright, good job. Good. Hit him.
I die.
Yeah, just kill him.
Ooh, jeez. It should work out in our favor. No, maybe not. I guess we have less heroes than I thought we did. Dazzle got off a good shallow grave on the anti-mage, which really made me sad, because he would be dead. If Dazzle had shallow grave, anybody else anti-mage would be dead, and that'd be a big deal. He's worth money. A lot. He's walking around with Gem very dangerously. Yeah, he doesn't have an MKB, and he probably won't have one, so that's good. You're trying to get a mine up there. Huh. That's funny. Gets you visions. That's understandable. I actually need to get a new diffuser blade recipe, which costs 700, which I have. So there you go. Cool. Not bad. Diffuser blade's nice. 8 more charges of diffuser blade. I get 10 more agility, 5 more int. So all nice stuff. Roche is still down for the moment. What am I going to take at level 25? I have agility or Blade Fury DPS. I think I'll take the agility.
Hey, I'm gonna that. What the fuck is that?
What is he doing?
Alright, push. I'm gonna go back door. Fucking ball. Somebody to break them. Oh, jeez.
I don't think I need it. I could take that. I think I could have used it, but hey, you know. Such is life in the Dota world.
I'm fine by that, people.
I don't know about that. I mean, many of them were down. That was probably our chance to push. I guess we're backing up. So if we're backing up, then let's do it. As long as the decision is unanimous. I know, right? The guy can't turn off his caps lock.
I'm just gonna force fucking yeah, I agree.
It's probably true. We do need to go as 5 since we have H's available to us. I just want to get this butterfly. Be nice. That'll make me super strong. That's Ricky, so that might be Dead Legion. Into the base. Does he? Oh no, that would be awful. Unfortunately, these are gonna die soon. Got about a minute left in them. If he's silenced, I can help. That's fake too. Clink's left me too fast. He should have walked with me. You shouldn't leave somebody behind. It really does. They don't need me, I don't think. No catch, unfortunately. 2 are dead, though. Ricky's not one of them, which worries me. Ricky's the one who really screws me over. Not being able to cast really kills me. They went too far. PA is hurting us now with that gem. It's definitely not helping. When she died and gave the gem to the other team. It was not cool. Unfortunately, Techies doesn't really have a ton of mines set up, so we probably can't do the same thing twice. They're also pretty smart, so they're probably going to come down bot now. That's helpful. The double stifling dagger actually will do work because they have some squishy heroes in the back. I never say crap to anybody about shrines. Only 70-second cooldown, but mine, it feels like forever. I damaged Axe, but it didn't count for anything. We have good defense, though. I mean, we have everybody back. Clinks is back. He didn't buy back, did he? No. Clinks is back. Legion's back. That's done. Nah, I was hoping. We don't even have the shrine, so I can't TP over there, which is sad. Can't believe Ricky didn't die there. And there's too many up for me to go to Secret Shop.
I can't. Out this fucking Ricky.
We could go together, but that's risky too. This guy really can't stop with the caps. It's like literally a problem. Okay, dusted him. Nice. Clink has his gem back. Let's separate. Axe isn't here yet, but it's a good habit to be in. I gotta watch out for Axe. He's gonna be all over me in like 2 seconds.
Distract him now.
Oh my god. So tank. He's gonna be all over me again. Ugh. I'm dead. It wasn't gonna save him. Yeah, it's one button. We did get megas. We have a chance here to redeem our MMR very slightly. Because we're about to have megas in 2 seconds. There they are. There are the mega creeps. They have good wave push with anti-mage. With Ember. And with Axe, because they actually have a lot of health. These ones don't, because these are just the supers, but... Like the melee mega creeps have, you know, 830... No, those are supers too. They have 1200 health. So even Axe's spins, it takes time, you know what I mean, to get there. He'll be able to defend one of our lanes with Minefield Sign. They actually have not taken a single Rex yet. They're going to, but they have not yet. Anti-Mage is getting scared too. That's good. That's really good. Glinks! Glinks! Oh my god, the plays! I don't think that was a dieback though. That'll help. Yeah, they might as well take this first. Just makes sense. So they're already struggling. Ricky takes a lot of damage. Ember, I don't know what he built. If he doesn't have, if he doesn't have a Battle Fury, then he's not good at taking them. Because his mag damage does nothing. Yeah, he doesn't really take them very well. Which is really good for us. It means they're already pushing in and they're already causing a problem. So you can see they're already damaging some of these things. Like there goes the effigy. Wow, GG, well played. Group exercises. I at least got a quest done, friends. So that is good progress. In addition to the quest, I'm not sure. 25 MMR. Nice. The streak has been broken. Absolutely. I think my weekly quest... I'm getting closer. I'm not done yet. That's cool. Alright, so going to the last match. Real quick. Abusive comm. That's just what that is. Yelling caps at people is not okay. I want to see if she actually did more hero damage. She did more. She did 10,000 more, which is fine. Granted, I had a harder lane, but you know it is what it is. She had a PA, so that's not a fun lane. I'll grant her that. But my net worth wasn't even that far below hers, all things considered. I was catching up. She's just toxic. It's fine. So, anyway, going to this particular game breakdown. Net worth was actually really high on Clinks. Clinks did all of the work for our whole team, just like he did all the work last game, because he's the same guy, I believe, who played Timber. He did awesome. I'm pretty sure he did all of our hero damage, too. Actually, Techies did more. That's funny. And PA did less, but pretty close. So they were neck and neck. But he did all of our pushing. He had 18,000 building damage. That's ridiculous. He just did it all. So early on was a back and forth for a while, kind of over the line one way, over the line the other way, and then they had a huge advantage until we came back. And that's mostly because of good team fights and good pickoffs, which we didn't deserve. I would like to note that my net worth was in the bottom. After a few minutes had passed, and we were really like 10 minutes in, I'm in like the bottom 5. And considering that I caught up to the top 2 for a while, I was actually ahead of... Where's PA during this? What happened to her? Oh, it took her time to catch up, that's why. Wait, my net worth was higher than hers? Oh, it was. Oh, I was looking at Clinks. I had more money than her. See, that's ridiculous. She did more damage, granted. She probably did more for the team, because PA was very strong against a lot of them. My ult kind of lackluster versus their team, which is something I learned in a very poor way. But I had more money than her. See, I knew it. I was farming better and surviving a lot. Realistically, the end game, when we finally got the Ags on Techies, which actually did help a lot with our defense. Legion actually got an Ags. I didn't even notice that. Boots travel on PA, so she could be there. She had her Satanic. I didn't have anything going on. I had a Butterfly. I couldn't buy it. Satanic on Clinks was a big deal too. We got the other Aegis. I mean, basically the late game, we finally just got to the point where Ricky wasn't useful anymore. Dazzle was kind of meh, only good for Shallow Grave. Ember was useless because he had a kind of a crap build, to be honest with you. You don't combine Veil and Daedalus. That's a stupid build. And Axe becomes less and less worthwhile as games go on. So we just kind of abused that mechanic until it worked. I will say the trouble we had was because Techies was around, mined my lane, and then left, never came back. So I was versus Axe alone. We all know the problem with that. We had a jungling Legion. We had a problem with that. Most of our early game problems were caused by that. And I'm not such a great pick versus Ricky, or Anti-Mage, or Ember, unless we have a silence, which we do, but can't silence them all. I actually could have bought like an Orchid or something, but I'm okay against Axe. I'm okay against Dazzle, and I'm okay against them as long as Ember's already used his Remnants or Ricky's already used ult. Because detection's fine. It's the ult that's the problem. So I got to save it for after that. And I didn't really play it the way I should have. It was just kind of a bad game. But, you know, it is what it is. At least I won one. I am pleased in that. Broke the streak of my 3 losses. Technically 4, because my last ranked game was also a loss. So my 4-loss streak is broken. I made back 25 of it. So today we only lost 76. What a sad number to say. But it is what it is. So we're back up to 3,238, which, funny enough, puts us right near our regular ranked. So that's sad, but no biggie. We will do better next time. So thank you guys for watching. As always, very appreciated, and I will see you guys all on this coming Wednesday.